My first interview is with Glyn, who is a salesman in his mid-30s. Since he joined the company 5 years ago, Glyn has done well. He hasn't been outstandingly successful, but his work has been solid and reliable. Glyn is a family man with 3 children under the age of 3. He's keen to be able to provide them with as much security and stability as he can. Glyn, thank you for coming to the meeting. I asked you in, and I want you to know that in this particular meeting, we have as much time as it takes. It's a meeting that there are going to be no interruptions whatsoever, and it's just me and you. Now, you may have heard that there are certain rumours flying around the company about the future of what we're doing. I have to say to you that this meeting is not going to be an easy one. So, in one way, I'd like you to prepare yourself for what we're going to have to talk about. The issue is what is happening to our company. It may be a real shock for you to learn that we're going to make a number of redundancies in this company. And one of them is going to have to be you.
Well, how many other blokes have been laid off?
We're going to lay off in total 9 people.
What reps?
We're going to lay off 3 reps. Take a moment just to hear what I'm saying, that the company is making a decision here. It does affect you, and this is the decision, that your job is one that it is going to have to go. And whatever you want to say back to me about that, just go ahead. It's cruel and silly to blurt out bad news without a warning. Equally, it is patronising to dither. Lead up to your main remarks with the sort of phrases I used in the interview, like, "This meeting is not going to be an easy one," or "This meeting is going to be difficult for several reasons." I've now got Glyn to hear the announcement of the bad news. The next step is to begin to draw out his anger or any other emotional reaction. I can see in a way you're finding it hard to say anything.
I just know that I'm... Out of all the dealer reps we've got, I just know that I work a lot. I work hard at my job, and I know out of a dozen reps that I shouldn't be one of the 3 that you're getting rid of, that's all.
So you feel it's unfair?
Yeah, I do.
I appreciate that, this is a tremendous shock.
I mean, it's not just a job, is it? I mean, I've had rows all weekend because I've been on the road. I've been trying to secure like two new dealerships that I've had in mind for about 6 weeks that I've been working on, and I've been out all weekend. That creates a lot of problems at home.
How is this going to affect home?
Well, it puts a bosh on the new one, that's for sure.
You were going to move house very soon.
Well, we're in a flat now, and we wanted a house. Diane wanted a house.
And she's already been complaining about you working at weekends.
It's bloody irrelevant, isn't it, now? I mean...
Obviously, in a way, it makes you at a loss for words. All sorts of thoughts crop up. We have time to go through them one by one.
Oh. I just don't know where to start. I mean, there are so many things that just... You're just telling me that it's just coming to an end.
Yes, that is what I'm telling you.
I mean, we was just starting to build on things, We've got our family.
This is a setback.
I mean, it's a setback. This isn't just a setback. This is like you're tearing me apart now. Do you understand that? You don't, do you?
That I'm tearing you apart?
Yeah, for what you're saying to me. And you're not just tearing me apart, because I've got to go home and tell Diane about this.
Yes.
And I can't tell the kids because they're too young to understand.
That's right. So you feel it's unfair?
Yeah.
And it's a kind of demolition? Yeah? You'll have noticed that I kept using phrases like, tell me what is the worst thing that you're feeling, or so you feel it is unfair, to get Glyn to express his emotions. What I'm trying to do now is to get him to begin to see, even to analyse, why he is in this predicament. He needs to make sense of what has happened to him, both for now and in the future. But the 6 interview stages never fall neatly into place. We move from anticipation into the loop of announcement, anger or another emotion, and analysis. I have to keep announcing the basic facts and answer tough questions honestly. I have to absorb more anger here and nudge Glyn into analysis there, because this is the way people digest bad news. I don't want to bore you with facts about the economy and interest rates, but the company has to do this. So, 1, your work is certainly good enough for us if we were trading well. That's the first reason. The second is that your region is far less profitable than the others, and that is not your fault.
Well, then move me, I'll move. I'll even take a lower grade job if you want.
The third thing is that I have looked very hard, and I've taken some of these 3 days to do that over the weekend. I've looked very hard at all the other positions that you might be offered within the company. At the moment, there is not one. When I say, if you ever wanted, I would keep your name for any vacancy that occurred, you might say to me, forget it. But that is also something I would do. The fact is that the company is going to rationalise. That's not my decision.
Just don't talk a lot of big words to me. Just
All
say
right.
what you've got to say to me. Don't patronise me.
You feel I'm patronising you?
Yeah.
In what way?
Just speak my language, will you? It might be difficult for you, but just say it plain and simple. I don't want to know about the company rationalising anything.
OK. There isn't enough money to pay you. Over the next 6 months, we can't afford to keep you going. The company is in trouble. Your region is less profitable. We operate, as you know, a last-in, first-out policy. All of those things affect you directly. Now, take a moment just to think about what you want to say or what you want to come back with. Can you begin to see that?
Well, I can understand why you're doing it, and I can understand that someone's got to go.
This is the first indication that Glyn is beginning to accept and understand what is happening to him. But you'll also see that we go back into the loop again.
But I've worked hard for this company, and my children are young, and I've missed a lot of weekends where I've not seen them, because I thought I was part of this company, because I thought I was building for their future.
Yes. Yes.
And now suddenly you're telling me that security that you've helped me to create, you take it away from me. So what sort of company policy is that? What about the next bloke who comes in here? You'll give him all the crap about, come and work for this wonderful company, come and, open arms and all that. That's what you said to me. And now what are you saying? You're saying, I've built you up, you're a good sales rep, and bugger off.
So you feel you've just been thrown away and misled?
Yeah. Don't you think that, then? How fair do you reckon that sounds?
You feel it's really, really unfair?
Well, put yourself in my position. What if, because there's a bloke above you, remember? And what if he comes down to you and says the same thing?
I would imagine I'd feel as you do.
So what are you asking me for? Just think about what I must be...
Would you like me to say what we are able to do? We've now achieved a measure of acceptance, and I'm now getting to the action stage, telling Glyn about the positive things the company can do to help him in his predicament. You get 2 weeks' money for every year, so that's 10 weeks' money. That the car you mentioned you can keep for the month, and the health insurance. The money that you're getting is tax-free. I come on to the part which I hope will make you feel the company is not as callous, is not as uncaring, and is not as unfair as you think. You can talk first to our pensions consultant, because you have a pension scheme with us now, and that's transferable.
To where?
Well,
that's the question, isn't it?
That's the one I'm coming to. Do you know that we actually employ an outplacement agency here? And it's something that we'd offer to everybody who's in your situation.
And the job.
Or if it happens, if any of us find ourselves in your situation. And the undertaking there is that outplacement agency will help you in making applications for jobs, in organising how you're interviewed, in finding the right sorts of job, and they will do that for as long as it takes, and this company will pay for it. Even though Glyn and I have gone through 5 of the stages of this process, the interview carries on a while longer in the loop. You very rarely move to acceptance in a straight line. This meeting is designed so that you can just absorb the beginnings of this. I feel that that's necessary. At least you can face me. At least you can say these things to me. And if you like, I am the company. And if you want to say that you feel the company is not behaving well, I'm the person to say it to.
You're not the company, Philip. I'll tell you why, because I don't want to believe that you'd do this to me. I don't think you would.
Me personally?
Yeah. You're just doing what you're being told to say. I know you're doing that. So don't say you're the company. You're not the company. Because if I thought you was the company, I'd smack you on the chin. But I know you're not. You
feel that angry, do you?
I do, yeah. I feel... It's not so much anger as... I feel part of... You know, I mean, I've sort of... This has been my base for 5 years. It's part of me. It's not like...
You feel you belong here?
I'm hurt. I'm not just angry.
You feel you belong here?
I do. I don't feel angry. I know it happens. You know, I mean, it happens in the world, but there's got to be a reason that you're picking me out of 12, 3 out of 12. I'm one of those 3.
Let me just once again go through those reasons, because I know it's hard to take information in when you're upset. Come on. The company is in trouble. The company is going to cut costs. The company is having a great deal of difficulty in finding those costs to be cut. It's going to have to shut down areas that we hoped we could build up, and yours was one of them. It's last in, first out, and that applies to you. And that we are going to do our best to find you another job and pay money to do that. And give you a maximum chance with the reference that we will provide, even to our competitors, to find you a job that is comparable to the one you've got now. Those are the things that you can tell your family.
Tell the family.
Can you see a way of doing that?
I don't have any choice, do I?